Now, I would like to call upon Mr. R. Venkataramani, Attorney General for India.
Firstly, it's a day of rejoice for me, in the sense that we have the Permanent Court of Arbitration, a 125-year young institution, represented by a equally young Secretary General. It's a day of rejoice for me because India has offered a welcome place for PCA in India, and I hope very soon a wonderful building which PCA will occupy and start the deliberation will be available for PCA and all of us to share. Just across the road, the Indian Society of International Law building. So that's a day of rejoice for me. And yesterday, as you were talking to Anne, and as I said, UNCITRAL is just half of 125, 60 years. So I was talking to her, I think it's time that India celebrates UNCITRAL's role for the world of arbitration, and I think India is poised so well to do that. I think we are planning on that. I'm sure we'll work on that lines. Now, Honorable the Chief Justice, judges of the Supreme Court, judges of the High Court, and distinguished invitees, my friend Mr. Kapil Sibal, and Senior Counsel, and greetings to all the accomplished persons in the field of international arbitration gathered here today to share compacts and understanding and pronounce upon the ever-needed values of enhancing the role of the arbitral world in emerging global situation. This conference has significance both for India and PCA, as I said. Way back in 2008, India signed a treaty-level host country agreement. This policy of PCA of concluding host country agreements has been seen as an important measure towards making PCA's dispute resolution services more widely accessible. While PCA has several host country agreements today, India was the fourth state in which PCA signed its host country agreement. The importance of the exchange of knowledge and experience is very indispensable today, having regard to the fast-changing global economic, social, and international relationships need not be underscored. We are homo technologicus today, and our economic and trade are technologically embedded. So our dispute resolutions, their places and procedures call for global cooperation. Through the good offices and efforts of late C. Fali Nariman, the first India PCA conference was held in 2017, followed by a second edition of the PCA India conference in 2018. After a long gestation, India has now facilitated the presence and the office of PCA in India. As I said, very soon, all formalities in the regard will be concluded. So it is, I say, that this conference has significance. Given India's commitment to all aspects of the promotion of orderly and peaceful resolution of both interstate and other private disputes, it is to be stated that India's commitment to exploring and supporting all possible means, measures, instrumentalities, and provisions stands undersigned with a seat for PCA in India. The story of PCA over 125 years of enduring existence is a chronicle of excitement, and Gilbert Guillemets, former president of ICJ and member of the Permanent Court of Arbitration, in an address on the contribution of PCA, looked at the diverse domains of arbitration which are served by PCA in the past, namely financial, environment, territorial, and he asked this question. This was the past. What does the future look like? There is no doubt that calling upon judges and arbitrators to settle disputes between states has experienced a true regeneration over the last 2 decades. Will this trend continue in coming years? Will the International Bureau of PCA continue to benefit from this trend? It seems to me that we have good reason to hope so. End quote. This conference, like all the engagements of PCA in international understanding of the arbitration world, are an endorsement of that fond hope. Inaugural sessions are like several station masters waving green flags for an exciting train journey. V.V. Vidar, universally known as Johnny, was a remarkable figure in the world of international arbitration and commercial arbitration and investment arbitration. I quote from one of his articles on the importance of free spirits in the search for international arbitration. I quote, As a philosophical question of seemingly high importance for the modern state of international commercial arbitration, the question is frequently asked by many, which came first, the arbitral egg or the arbitral chicken? The egg-loving tribe proclaim the egg as the great egg, the exclusive source for all that is good in arbitration. Conversely, the chicken-loving tribe contend that the big chicken laid the first arbitral egg. Other arbitral tribes disagree with both. I quote, "The beauty of celebrating 125 years of PCA is the beauty of free spirits in not only asking questions, as Veera talked about, in the enhancement of the value and quality of international arbitration, but also bringing together all arbitral tribes in the Vasudeva Kudumbakam tradition to continue to talk about agreements not hindered by disagreements." I must conclude by placing my deep appreciation of the relentless efforts of Honorable the Chief Justice in designing this conference and inviting all of us to be partners in the common quest. I hope the 2-day deliberations will be in furtherance of the common quest. Thank you so much.